Welcome to another week of Final Fantasy XIII. I'm Dice, and joined again by...
Izala, what's up?
And I think Sid completed his focus last week.
He completed something.
He may not have planned on completing his focus, but he turned to Crystal and disappeared.
He held out for a while.
He tried to counter me every move he had.
He was kind of proud of almost becoming a XIII. Or partially becoming one, however you choose to justify that, I guess.
I mean, he was 8 Sephiroths, so, you know.
True. His last wish as a human is to fight for the survival of his world. Even in defeat, he turns to Crystal and gains his eternal reward. There you go.
He just failed upward, right?
Yes. Stumbled into success.
But who's gonna fly our airship? We don't have a Sid.
Maybe you can get Owl-kun to transform again.
So back into some industrial tunnels. It looks like the green alert's up on this place.
And these are pulse color codes now, so they might be different.
Is this a Metal Gear? It's not a particularly imposing encounter, though.
It's just, they didn't want you to have a boring elevator ride.
Yeah. Also, I think this combat shrank us. I feel like we're still on the elevator.
It's much bigger.
Yeah.
The door
That's
looks
weird.
the same scale.
But look how big that console is that we just... Like, we were the same height as that console. There's just little figures. Perspective, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's just an illusion. Something falsy.
Camera had fun there.
Yeah, that was a awkward transition.
Ah, blue alert. We didn't get to see this one on the ship. We'll just ignore them. I really wanted there to be something around these outsides, and it all just connects to the same place. Spoilers.
It's just the scenic route. You get to see the inside of this whatever it is here.
No idea how low we are or high we are, just...
I mean, again, this thing is ostensibly an arc. So, like, it should be like a transport ship for their, like, military machines. But it mostly consists of empty space.
Yeah, why do all of the ships in this universe just have giant gaping volume? It's not utilized.
I mean, I guess when you have anti-gravity technology, you don't have to worry about aerodynamics. So space isn't at as much of a premium. But still, there's like a relative handful of these Pulsework Knights in here compared to what it could hold.
Yeah. And a lot of these encounters are set up like they were in the Vile Peaks, where they're two opposing sections, but they ignore each other every time. They just immediately come for me. And they even make a comment, I think. Lightning says something eventually about, like, oh, look at them like fight or something, and I don't get any of the benefit from it, like we did in the Vile Peaks. Yeah, I'm just checking to see if I missed something, but no, it literally just moves
nothing.
around.
Well, at least it wasn't just a linear path. You had
We don't even
options.
get a chest. Like, one path should be the fight path, and then one should be like, here's a phoenix down again.
You know what this screen, like, or this, like, area that we're in reminds me of? The part in Mirror's Edge where you enter the sewers.
Yeah. Well, the where the train tracks were ending into the thing, that's 100% modeled after the overflow under Tokyo.
Yeah.
So this is the first time we're looking at our expanded Crystarium grid. Yeah, everything's expensive. These base nodes are 6,000 per, and while we have 30,000 CP, that does not go very far anymore.
So not much room to experiment with yet.
No. I even checked the sub-rolls for somebody here, I think, just to see, like, okay, can I get more in something else? And those are like 2,000, so yes, but not any significant quantity. We were definitely ahead of where they thought we should be CP-wise, I'm sure, since we did that farming on the Palamecia.
What's the point of all this fighting?
Make you stronger. I was just complaining about not having enough CP.
Yeah. I also like how the cutscene just ends there. No further comment. Even though we already kind of speculated as to why.
Yeah, they didn't even count that as a single battle. It was two separate battles. Which, okay, I got a preemptive on these guys.
Oh look, the things that were released because you entered the room don't care that you've entered the room.
Like, we are getting some new areas. This isn't a complete repeat of what we saw before, but this place feels like this game's sewer level. Like,
yeah.
we did the big battle in the castle, and we had to escape through the sewers, and this is that, just with a slightly different setup. Typically, the villain doesn't send you into the sewers on a OWL airship. For your own good, too? Maybe?
Right. Lore-wise, I think I buy it more that these were created as a training area for Lassie than an actual military thing.
Yeah. What's the point of the arc, then? Like,
right.
From going... at least from, like, a biblical sense, I would assume an arc would be a transport of people. Colony arc or something like that, too. But if they're set up as training structures...
Yeah, why do they need to be mobile?
Yeah. I guess they could travel around picking up newfound Lassie.
I mean, I guess you could also argue that, well, it was used as a transport at one time, but, like, I still think the design doesn't really facilitate that use case.
Yeah.
Maybe us humans just can't appreciate, you know, FALC design principles.
Yeah. there's some greater idea that we don't have. I feel like this behemoth converted really quickly on me. Without the stagger, it's hard to get them to prevent the first heal. I wonder how different the dialogue for your party members is, because we can now pick arbitrary party members.
Right.
I mean, the walking around dialogue hasn't necessarily been super specific so far. So I doubt it makes a whole bunch of difference, but
There could be some like conversations.
Yeah,
Right.
Possibly if I had Fang and Vanille, since they really hadn't hung out much.
Yeah. And Fang was the one that seemed to know some stuff about these things, or at
Yeah.
least know the rumors or legends or whatever.
Red section. This is a side path, though.
That's a much more reasonable alarm.
Yes. And it stops early. So I let this guy in. We've fought some of these already, but we may not have seen their full arsenal.
Take this!
Somehow he was able to forge a blade without any arms.
Take this!
It's autonomous.
He can also be poisoned, so I like that in my bladed weapons.
Take this!
You just gotta keep it airborne.
Well, like the horse mounts in 14, they can all just fly. Need wings.
Not the secret to a long life.
And what is?
Not being a Lassie, probably.
I mean, a Lassie that passes their focus.
Sure.
Eternal life. If that's really living.
Though it doesn't seem like statistically you're set up to succeed very well as a Lassie, given that you may not even know what your focus is. Is this
Yeah,
a
she's-
different elevator?
It is. But yeah, she's like 2/3 the height of one of those control boxes.
This does not bode well.
Spoilers.
Need some slack here.
But also, preemptive strike. They jumped down on me.
I don't think that's how that's supposed to work.
Well, when you're about 2 inches tall, it's really easy to lose you.
Okay, well that camera transition was not a fluke, I guess. It's just that bad.
Take that.
Saz does not know how we've been tackling everything up to this point.
I was actually wondering if that was going to be a preemptive strike or not. weird how there's a save point.
Yeah. More empty space.
I see you.
Even Lightning was like tired of this. She's just like, yeah, I see you guys. Just gonna have to fight more.
And I think the number signs on the side of the wall are actually changing too, so they're not identical locations.
Yeah, they
This
are
is now
changing.
This is now chamber 32, if I'm reading that right.
Yeah. We started off in like 27-ish, maybe 26. It was in like the mid to high 20s.
We just came from 33, so it's not even progressing linearly then.
No.
At least we didn't do any up and down in that area. It was just used as a bridge. Neil had some crazy side-eye for these guys.
If all these things escaped, I don't even want to think about what would happen to Cocoon.
I mean, I don't know. They mostly just stand there. They'd probably be fine.
I don't know, when we start attacking them, they do start attacking back, which, if we remember when Hope and Snow were trying to get to Hope's place, the mobs, like, they were ready to start throwing brooms at us and everything.
That's true.
These things are from Pulse. Everything's kill on sight.
Oh, I like that thing actually extends to be its shield.
Yeah. But it only puts its shield up when it's forging the blade, not when it's
Right.
actually wielding it.
It also seems to be less effective than, like, armor would have been. Given that it doesn't have very much range of movement.
This would be
The next cutscene.
That is a complicated door.
It's got to protect us from all this empty space.
Looks like it's a dead end.
how about down there?
If the stories are right, it's a maze.
This place is
It's
a boot camp
amazing.
for Lassie. All kinds of challenges from Grand Pulse are waiting.
Challenges, huh? To get us all ready to go wipe out Cocoon?
We can wait here if turning Seath sounds better.
I have had enough of this! Where's the way out?
Way out? Who said there was one?
Do they not know how mazes work?
Bring it on. My mind
Always
is made
follow
up.
the left wall.
Maybe I will end up a Seath. But until that happens, I'm gonna make Sarah proud. I couldn't bring myself to admit that this tear meant goodbye. And that's why I kept searching for her. But I didn't need to. Sarah was here the whole time. Right here. Watching over me. Now I get it. What this tear's been telling me is to not let our focus win. It's not the foul sea we should listen to. It's Sarah, and Reigns. Do you know why? Because our focus doesn't matter. What matters to me is that we protect Cocoon. Whatever it takes.
Same here. I'll help you do it.
All right. I'm in.
Chocobo speaks for Saz.
Hey.
It's true.
I mean, come on. When a Chocobo agrees, you know you're on the right path.
There you go. That's
Well,
right.
Count me out.
What?
If you all want to go it on your own, then so will I.
Hey,
Fang.
hey, now. Hey.
Let Cocoon get what's coming. They hate us for being with C. What's it to me if they die? Better that than watch a friend go see. If you don't have the nerve for it, I'll do it myself. Go on alone, get stronger, and smash Cocoon out of the sky!
Yeah, everyone's telling us to do the thing that we were going to do originally
You
anyways.
turn Seath and there's no coming back! I'm not... letting it end that way! Ah! What's he doing here? Come to take pity on me? Come to take care of a broken Lassie?
That thing's here to help us?
Yeah, help. That's what Eidolons do. They help us. Eidolons are our salvation. If we can't decide what to do next, they come put us out of our misery!
Wait, so you haven't made up your mind?
Snow's just seeing right through that.
Why are you protecting me? What are you doing? Protecting one of our own. We can do without their brand of mercy. And we don't need a Fal'Cie's orders either. I'm fighting this focus to the end. We all are. So please, fight with us. Ready when you are! End of the road.
So, I may have had a couple of attempts on this fight. Also, say hello to Bahamut.
As I say, is Bahamut supposed to be challenging?
I like his model. I think out of most of the Idolas, my favorite looking one.
I mean, he's not a motorcycle, so that's a pretty good starting point already.
Got a pretty epic mustache. Yeah, he's very aggressive, and he will very easily in-cap the pool party with some of these knockbacks. And we do not have vigilance in this party composition.
And of course, you have a strict time limit again.
Always. Slowing him definitely helps. And I'm sure that's intentional, seeing as Fang is the only one to be able to apply that up to this point. Possibility somebody's notice expand that far now. Still gets those massive attacks out pretty quickly, and you basically need to eat them in Sentinel.
Cheers!
It'd be nice if party wasn't all grouped up on top of my Sentinel, so that those didn't do as much splash damage and incap, my entire party, but you win some, you lose some.
So Fang wasn't in your party. Did you get lucky with the paradigms that it set up, or?
Yes. Very much so. Unlike when we changed the party out for originally where we had 3, it gave us at least a full regiment. I think they were able to decide which a little better, considering it was a fixed party entirely. But also if you have to repeat, so I didn't do it here, but if you repeat, you get a menu option after the party change. Yeah, the Gestalt for Bahamut is a cool dragon, more like the traditional Bahamut.
Look! A new path! Maybe that thing did save us.
I don't suppose you'd be willing to call it a sign of me being right.
It's a good parting gift.
No? Okay. Listen, keep our eyes on the goal and we'll figure something out. All right.
Hey, Sarah. So I guess being a Lassie doesn't have to mean you can't do what's right, does it?
Here's a shocker for you.
At least they did the courtesy of
Guess it's time to face the
keeping
bill
that same
about
party.
Yeah.
Sounds splendid.
Whatever it is
They changed our party leader, though.
we're the ones
Yeah.
who decide what we do.
Like, you don't want to be controlling Fang.
The building off to our left here, from a structural standpoint, reminds me a lot of the Shinra building. Like the cylinders.
Hey! Look at that!
What? Oh. An airship?
And it's from Grand Pulse. I guess it was one of this arc's...
Man, I can't wait till we have a world map to explore and everything. It'll be great.
That's a gate to Grand Pulse. Right.
He said did give us the airship.
Well, that's awfully
So
convenient.
what? That's our exit? Host or bust?
Could be one of Daisley's traps.
Well, that's not good. Do you think it might take us to Eden?
Mm-mm. I'm doing the flying. No more of these ships taking charge of our travel plan stuff. The only place this thing is taking us is where these boys tell it to.
Really? That is a Grand Pulse ship.
Really? Leave it to me.
Says doesn't have the best
Either way,
flight
we're on
record.
borrowed time, so we might as well go. We get lucky, maybe we'll even turn up some way to get rid of these goofy tattoos.
Yeah.
But there's no way to do that.
Snows is pretty progressed.
You never know. Maybe we just didn't think to look for one.
If nothing else, we know Cocoon's safe for the time being. I'd say it's worth going to take a look.
Maybe. But what about your dad?
I made him a
He's
promise.
like, oh shit, I forgot about him.
Promised him to keep going.
But
Do
also,
what I had to.
there's no other
He
way
said
out
only
of
I would know
this.
what that was. The world's full
Could
of
pick him up
lies.
in the airship.
There's no way of knowing what's right. All we can do is believe in
Hey,
ourselves.
Dad, we're going to Pulse. Get in.
It's easy to sit back and let people trick you. Like how the Sanctum had us all thinking that a Lassie was some sort of monster. I'm done with their lies. Fal'Cie, this whole focus thing. From here on out, I use my eyes. Think
Feel.
and act.
I was this is repeating in my head.
I might not make all the right choices, but as long as I'm the one who decided what to do, there's nothing to regret.
I like how he says that. He looks around. He's like, "Did I say something stupid?"
All right, let's do it. I'm with you. Bad choices and all.
Of course, I'm not sure how it's gonna turn out. Pulse is hell, you know.
Oh, is it now? How many times have you been there?
None. But I want to go and see what it's like for myself.
Okay, people.
You know, if that's so valuable, that may not be the best idea.
So, everybody in?
He shoots it
Off
to
hell we
summon
go.
Shiva. He does not care about that thing in actuality.
No one ever said the future'd be easy.
Got a recap episode.
But I think we all saw the glimmer of a dream somewhere in the sky that night. The tiniest spark of hope that we could change our fate. Who could say? That moment's come and gone. You did it!
Yeah, I told you, didn't I?
Is this a field map?
Playful little critter, isn't he?
Yeah, we'll play with someone else.
Happens all the time.
Oh,
He thinks we're lunch.
Yeah, like on a seafood buffet.
Seafood, cute.
Guys, here it comes!
Well, that took a turn.
you know, we can't have an airship for too long without it just getting destroyed.
I'm on it.
Nobody likes their crystals.
Here.
Luckily, Fang always has good aim.
Here goes.
Hey, over here!
You okay?
Oh yeah, I'm great.
Grab on.
Yeah, we didn't need that. So instead of using the actual airship, we just use Bobby to get everywhere, right? It's like Pokemon, we have Fly.
Yeah.
Home sweet home. Welcome to Grand Pulse.
Doesn't look like hell.
We'll have to pick up what we can do on Pulse next time. Thanks for watching.